In the heart of a sprawling desert kingdom, there once ruled a Muslim monarch named Amir Rashid. His wisdom was legendary, whispered about in every corner of the realm, and his reign was marked by prosperity, justice, and benevolence. The story of his wisdom and leadership would echo through generations, serving as a guiding light for both his people and those who would come after. Amir Rashid ascended to the throne in a time of uncertainty. The kingdom was plagued by internal strife and external threats from neighboring lands. But he possessed a unique blend of intellect and empathy that set him apart. He was not only a ruler but a counselor, a man who listened to the woes of his subjects and acted with wisdom and fairness. One of the earliest stories that circulated about Amir Rashid was the tale of the two merchants. Two traders arrived at the palace one day, both claiming ownership of a rare and valuable camel. They presented their arguments with fervor, and their dispute threatened to escalate into a conflict that could destabilize the region. Amir Rashid invited them to his court, where he patiently heard both sides. After careful consideration, he proposed a solution that stunned all present. He suggested dividing the camel into two halves and giving each merchant an equal portion. One merchant was taken aback, as this would render the camel useless, while the other was inclined to accept the judgment. Amir Rashid then explained his decision, saying, "It is better for the camel to be divided than for the peace of our realm to be shattered. Each of you will receive something of value, and in doing so, justice will be served." The wisdom of his judgment resonated deeply, and news of his decision spread across the land. People marveled at his ability to prioritize harmony over personal gain, setting an example for all to follow. As the years passed, Amir Rashid's reputation as a just and wise ruler grew stronger. He established schools and libraries, inviting scholars and thinkers from different lands to contribute to the intellectual growth of his kingdom. He believed that true strength lay not only in the military might but also in the enlightenment of his people. One winter, a severe drought struck the kingdom. Crops withered, and the people faced the threat of famine. Amir Rashid knew he had to act swiftly to prevent suffering. Instead of hoarding the royal granaries for his own benefit, he ordered them to be open to the public. He reduced his own luxuries, sold his treasures, and used the funds to import food from neighboring lands. His people witnessed his selflessness and were inspired to help one another during the crisis. This act of leadership during adversity earned him even more respect and admiration. Amir Rashid's wisdom extended to matters of diplomacy as well. He was known for his ability to navigate intricate political landscapes and forge alliances based on mutual respect and shared interests. One instance was a long-standing dispute with a neighboring kingdom over a vital oasis. Instead of resorting to warfare, he initiated negotiations, understanding that bloodshed would only bring sorrow. Through patient dialogue and compromise, he managed to secure shared access to the oasis, benefiting both realms. As he grew older, Amir Rashid knew that his time on earth was coming to an end. He called together his advisors and confidants to share his final thoughts. "My dear friends," he began, "I have lived a life dedicated to justice, compassion, and the betterment of our people. My time among you is drawing to a close, but the legacy of our actions will endure. Remember that wisdom is not solely the province of rulers, it resides within each of you. Nurture it, and continue to lead our kingdom with fairness and empathy." Amir Rashid's passing left a profound void in the hearts of his people. But his wisdom, teachings, and example continued to guide them. His successors followed in his footsteps, upholding the principles of justice and benevolence that he had instilled in the kingdom's fabric. Generations later, storytellers would gather beneath the starry desert sky to recount the tales of Amir Rashid, the wise Muslim ruler who transformed a troubled realm into a beacon of enlightenment. His legacy lived on, reminding all who heard his stories that true strength lies not in the sword, but in the ability to wield wisdom for the betterment of all.